to speak of. 26.
Brings up second. Yard line.
Here's
You don't want none of that. Hey, middle.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Jackson. Well, this is taken in. It's able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 35.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Mike 55. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
Jackson from the shotgun. Here's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Go. 13.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd down.
And Jackson throwing once more. They go screen. This is Ingram. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
Again, Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
An 8-yard loss. Brings up 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Burrow down around. It's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
Tyler Boyd.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Check 55.
1st down, Cincinnati.
55.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Gets this one to Juszczyk. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
18 Cardinal.
I'm coming after you.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And some room to run now. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 15.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 37.
We're scoreless after one.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they're looking at a second down and 9 to go.
19 Tiger. Buffalo 18.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Burrow will throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a first down. Here's Burrow. The slant complete to Green. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Mixon with a first down carry. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now Burrow loses the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Quarterbacks work all the time. Eyes in their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Let's get off the
Jackson now. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Say. 13. Hey, Ozzy, shut up.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Jackson's pass.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're open for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Night, sweetheart. Go right here.
Hey, check Mike 57.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some off.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. First and goal from the 1. After the interception, here's Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Now Burrow. That one comes out to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're trying to just throw the ball to the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over. Then he ended up finding another receiver.
Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Watch the curl, watch the curl.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. Steps away. He'll run it. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. The return man, Chris Moore. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drive stretch is insane. And they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So we've reached halftime here in a low-scoring affair. 6-0 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Returning it, John Ross. A good-looking return set up here.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe making a 2-score game as they've got it first and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
The Ravens had a big season in 2019, but we're still looking to strengthen their pass rush. And they bring in Calais Campbell, a 5-time Pro Bowler, and he was acquired for the low cost of a 5th-round draft pick. 31.5 sacks his last 3 years. He's been to 2 NFC Championship games and a Super Bowl. He wants to carry the Ravens back to the Super Bowl with him.
They'll roll him out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 48, Mike 48.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. He's got a man, complete. Past the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 73 yards.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
56, Mike 56, right there.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. Justin Tucker for the extra point. The rain making this treacherous, but the extra point is good, and with it, it'll give them the lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now Ross to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They run the option on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 9-yard line.
Get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off at his own 10. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Hey.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker now to add the point after. Oh, how about this? No good. Just right where it is.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a first and 10 at their own 42. He'll throw from the gun. Forced out to his left. Looking left-sided, he's got a man. It's Boyd. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Nice catch there by A.J. Green, and at the beginning of his career, a perennial Pro Bowl receiver. Been dinged up a little bit the last 2 years, but now he gets a fresh start. Without his friend and quarterback, Andy Dalton, his leadership will be key.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Burrow going to keep it on the sneak, and he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
48.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
You must be getting tired of seeing
To throw again. Jackson got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Ingram. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Here's Jackson to throw on third down. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. To throw again is Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Now a man in his second season in purple and black, it's Mark Ingram. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Back at the 17-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Hey, this our house.
57.
Here's Jackson on third and long. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front.
A year ago, Lamar Jackson led the league in touchdown passes with 36, and many of those went to his tight end, Mark Andrews, who went to the Pro Bowl in his second season in the league. He led all tight ends with 10 receiving touchdowns in 2019. Many people argue that he's Jackson's go-to guy. I say there's no doubt that that is his main target, and he goes to him again for a touchdown connection.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up at the 36. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
The 26-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Finish it up. Not today, you aren't. Not today.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, 26 yards. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after's up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Let's go.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mike 48. Mike 48.
And they go play action now. Burrow. They'll find Everett there, complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. On 3rd down, Burrow. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Son, you gonna see me in your nightmares.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Mike 18, pioneer.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Dancing to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
I got you, son.
A final shot now for Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Ravens, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.